Hello everybody, how are we doing? Welcome back to the stream. I'm just waiting for confirmation I've actually gone live because I can't. There we go. It's up. We've arrived. Right. I'll just copy that. Bear with me. So now live. NxtGen PMR eSeries. Copy that, paste that, get into Messenger somehow. Say a look. Get some views in. JPH, I'm good, mate. Alright, Swoggy. JPH, who's this dude? Hillclimb Racer 7. I'm assuming he's meant to be here because he's got a proper looking livery on, but I don't know who he is. Who else is in here? We've got Mick Edwards back. Jack Eats Donuts is back. Sweet. 1 minute, let me just load up the stream dashboard thing because there we go. Okie dokie. Alright, let me just try and connect to chat again. Right. I think it's Jano's, mate. I don't know, mate. I've got to be honest. I'm going to go into it in a minute. But, yeah, I've not really been keeping an eye on the chat the last few days. Stuff's gone off the last few days. It's just kept me away from things. So, yeah, some of you will know. A friend of Gino's joined. Is he a Carter as well? Because he's putting in some decent pace, mate. So, he's 2.5 attempts off Huracan. Is this the most races for this season? I think it is, Swoggy, yeah. We've rarely been above 10. Rarely been above 10. So it's going to be good to have a good looking lobby tonight. So for those of you new to this stuff, anyone that's just joined in the past 14 seconds, I'm just walking to the fridge to get a Red Bull. There we go, because I'm tired today. This is the Next Gen Racing PMR eSeries, as the title would suggest. It's a one-make series. It is in the Renault Megane Trophies, GT4 cars basically. All drivers have the same car, they have to run the same tyre, they have the same power, same weight. It is a pure sort of down to the driver to get the best out of it sort of scenario. I'm sure someone will, Swoggy. Don't talk yourself down, mate. You were unlucky last week. Other energy for yeah, they are. So except Rich Energy, that I can't seem to find that anywhere. Gibbo for pole. As in a minute, P5 in practice is Gibbo. He's a second off the pace. Okay, so important thing about tonight. What's going to make tonight interesting for you guys to stick around? The reason why you're gonna want to stay in the you're going to want to stay around, ladies and gentlemen, it's the top 4 reverse grid race. So this is where the top 4 people in the championship at this moment in time, they'll be starting right at the back. I haven't, like I say, I've been really bad on the messenger, guys. I'm sorry about that, but I'll go into it as to why. Yeah, so I haven't been keeping up with things. Let's have a look. I know JPH just sent me all the info. You got £10 for him to be P1. Yo, Wiss, how you doing? Thanks for jumping in, mate. Alright. So, this isn't counting in the drop scores. Championship championship at the minute is Hirakram is leading, so he'll be starting by the back today. He's on 176 points. He's miles ahead of Ruddo 24, who's P2. Who's 113. He'll be starting second to last today. Bruce Lee Harding occupies P3. 108 points for Bruce Lee Harding at the minute. I'll wait for him to stop revving. It's about to get really loud, so let's just shut that up a second. Give me a different camera angle then, go on. There we go. Right, so yeah, there's not much in it in the top two fight. Then you've got Burnt Fry, P4, so if he turns up tonight, I don't think he's turning up tonight. Typical Burnt Fry, he's on 93 points in P4. Then we've got Jano, 91 points for Jano. So with Burnt Fry absent, tonight's a good opportunity for Jano to claim some points and get that P3 in the championship. Sorry, P4 in the championship, and start to challenge Bruce Lee Harding. Pete Gibbo for pole, 83 points for Gibbo, he's P6. JPH P7, 82 points for him, so again very close for that P6 spot. Swargy P8 for Swargs, 68 points for him. Wace, 52 points. Wace loves to not qualify and generally have a terrible time of things. P9 for him. Frederick G, 49 points for Frederick in P10. Have we got anyone else? Let me check. Bobby, 11th, 18 points for Bobby. Mark Miller, 16 points for him, P12. Jack Eats Donuts just started with us last week, 8 points, and Mick Edwards, 7 points for Mick. Dark Smoker, how are you doing, Smoker? Well, I know how you're doing, mate, you don't need to answer that one. Yeah, so this stream is just before the Battle of the Groups, which I'll be covering with Dark Smoker at about 9 o'clock. We will actually be a little bit early tonight, actually, so jump in that from about 10 to 9. We're going to be remembering a friend, a fellow sim racer. I'm not going to go into it too much because I don't want to get emotional on this stream, but someone that was loved, absolutely loved by everyone. Stewie Mac Matters. We will be remembering him tonight. I'm not going to go on about it anymore here. That's for later on. Right, so this is the pole shootout then. The guys who would normally be making this fight interesting won't be in the fight. They can lap around, they can sort of get some practicing. Hill Climb Racer for me is an outside shot for this pole position, you know, because, well, his practice times were really quite interesting. So yeah, Hill Climb Racing, interesting. Anyway, we're about to see the first of the flying laps come in tonight. So this is the penultimate round of this one. We have got another round to come after this. I forget where it is. Maybe someone in the chat who can't qualify can tell me where the next round is. So Frederick's going to set us the pace then. What's it going to be? A 33.7 then is the time to beat for Frederick G. Hill Climb Race with a 33.5. I close down this, guys, because it tends to kill my... I'll go over the times in a minute. Tends to kill my bit rate. So Hill Climb Racer is currently pole then after most people have set a lap. He is on a 33.5 going faster as well. Frederick G just running wide out of turn 4. He's P2, P-Gib P3 at the minute. Jano P4, JPH P5, Swargy P6, Mick Edwards P7 at the minute. Bobby way off the pace in P8, 10 seconds away. He made a mistake somewhere. Bruce Lee Harding, he's not allowed to set a time, so he's gonna set a time preset by the guys. Jack Eats Donuts, and he's just setting it. Oh, he's run that massively wide. So at the minute your top guy is Hill Climb Racer, so let's jump on board with him actually in a minute and give you a bit of a lap guide of Interlagos, shall we? Or as it's well known, the Autodromo Carlos Pache. So on board with your current pole sitter, Hill Climb Racer 7. I like to pronounce some of these names wrong because I'm just, yeah, anyway. 33.5 then for Hill Climb Racer then as you come into T1, the Senna S's. I'd have got the name because Senna was Brazilian and these corners represent an S. Quite self-explanatory. For turn 3 then, long sweeping left-hander. The aim of the game there is to hug the inside apex down towards, down the rest of the poster, down towards the side of the Interlagos, braking about 75 metres here and just hook the car into the apex. Try not to run the car wide here, you will pick up penalties, and as you can see ahead, not a lot of traction out there as well. Up towards Ferradura then, turn 6. Almost in, it's almost not a corner in some ways, it's the entry to turn 7, but down we go anyway. Turn 8 into Penarino, and then up towards the last sector of the lap then. As you can see, Hill Climb Race there hooking up the apexes really nicely on this lap. This is a tricky corner for me though. There's a little bump mid-apex here, you just got to kind of be careful of that. Down towards Junção, this is the most important corner on the circuit. The exit of this one dictates your entire speed up. This isn't straight. And then that is a lap of Interlagos. You've accidentally set a lap, would have. Well, JPH tends to listen to this, so he'll know you're a donut. Anyway, we've been on board with Hill Climb Race for a lap now, so let's give it a bit of a recap. Hill Climb Race then, P1, Frederick G, P2, good performance from Frederick. P Gibbs, attempt for pole, isn't going well so far, but he's got another shot at it. Jano, P4 for Jano at the minute. JPH is still in P5, Swargy is in P6, Jackie Donuts is in P7, Rudder, who shouldn't be there, is in P8. Bobby, I just saw Bobby set somewhere. Where's Bobby gone? I don't know. But Mick Edwards has set 37.0, so that's put Mick Edwards in P8. Bobby struggling at the minute, down in P10. He's on a 38.5 for Bobby. And then Hirakram, as we've seen, right at the back of the grid. But he's just lapping round, and then he'll be slowing down at the end just so he doesn't have to set a time and all that sort of stuff. Shall I quit and come back in? You've got 2.5 minutes, Ruddo, if that's what you want to do, mate. You can do, but I don't know what JPH needs you to do, to be fair. Up to you, pal, up to you. Actually, no, don't do that. Don't do that, because if you do that, you won't get back in at all. So don't quit the lobby. Just let Jay, sort it. No, don't quit. Don't quit out the lobby, mate, because if you do that, you won't get back in. It locks it. So if you're not in this session, you won't get in. What all I'd do, Ruddo, mate, is just as long as you let... Where are you? You're ahead of Bobby. Mate, just let Bobby go. When you've set off, just let it's not that important. Where's Hirakram gone? Hirakram's gone. JPH, you might have problems, mate. I'm just giving you a heads up. I know you listen. I know you're qualifying at the minute, but we might need to do a restart. Just a heads up, pal. Bobby finally arrives to the party. A 33.9 for Bobby. As he cuts the corner massively. Ruddo, I think something's happened to Hirakram. We might have to do a reset anyway, pal. Don't sweat. I'm that far behind, I'm 12 out of 11. So, who can't you see, Hirakram? Right, anyway, no one, and I mean no one, can overcome this man today. Hill Climb Racer is leading the way and only getting quicker. Frederick G, can he topple him at all? Let's have a quick look. Live timing. So Hill Climb Racer's purple at the minute. Jano was on an improved lap. So let's keep an eye on Hillclimb Racer. Can he go any quicker? Frederick G goes 33.4, so Frederick G actually beats it. That was a mighty last sector then. Jano 33.6 for Jano, that's P3 for him. Hillclimb Racer does get pole position back though. Frederick must have thought he'd done it then with just a time ticking away, but Hillclimb Racer snatches it back at the death. Jano with a good lap time for P3. P-Gib, he's just got... This lap has to be mighty for P-Gib if he wants that pole position. We'll keep an eye on that. A couple of drivers did get round. Jano's not going to get an improved time. Let's keep an eye on the timing screen. So Hillclimb Racer was personal best sector 1. P-Gib, let's see, he's just about to come across sector 1. And no, it was slow for P-Gib, so I'm afraid for him, he's someone's losing money, I'm afraid. Waste, thanks for joining late, mate. JPH, mate, Hiraquam's come out as well, so we've got like loads of drivers not even in the lobby now, so we might have to do a reset. So yeah, just be aware of it. Hillclimb Racer wasn't improving that time around anyway. Sorry, I've been too busy avoided a spinner at SNRS. Just hope they weren't doing donuts. They might have been doing donuts, because there's someone down there that's been doing donuts. It wasn't Jack Eats donuts, Jackie's too busy eating the donuts. Right, so that's qualifying out of the way. JPH is feverishly in his car trying to figure out what's going on. I've got 11 drivers on my screen. Chris, can you save a pick of the quality results? Send them to me. Yes, I will do just that. Give me a sec. Live timing screen. Pick sent. Pick achieved, mate. As we are. I'm not watching stream at the minute. I will just get a pic of that. There we go. I'm pretty confident we're going to need to do a restart, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, we're missing Ruddo. Ruddo is not in the lobby. We have no Ruddo. So we'll commentate as if it's happening, because until JPH announces, we have no idea. So everyone gets away well. Frederick G gets a good jump off the line. I'm expecting the restart message to appear in just a second, but until that appears, we have to act as if it isn't happening. JPH, yeah, he's greyed out. I'm guessing he's typing away. Here we come up to P9. Bruce Lee Harden eventually gets away. I think we have just got restart pending. Please exit. Yeah, restart is about to happen. So it's alright, Woodo. It's alright. Can we make this quick though? Because I have to leave in 25 minutes. I have to go. Yeah, I have to go. But no, it's cool, mate. It's cool. It's GT Sport's fault, not yours, pal. If GT Sport worked the way it should work, we'll be fine. Hello, hello. How are you doing? Burnt Fight, how you doing? Waste can join in, yeah. Yes, you can indeed. Yeah, I have to go. I literally have to go. I have to go and do very important commentary duties tonight as well, and I do want to be on time for that. So, enter. Bruce Lee Hardin, if you're listening, thank you. There we go. Right. TC on 4 start. TC on 4? What the hell? Waste will be last on the grid. Completely understandable. If you had a tuning, I'd do battle of the groups, but the league looks awesome, mate. Great job. Thank you. Cheers, Bob. Yeah, I think it was universally decided it'd be no tuning league at the start. There's tuning leagues out there if you want to do them, and obviously that's what Nev's League's all about. Which I enjoyed racing in that as well. I did enjoy that one. I think you mean for the start. Yeah, but I was always avoiding racing. So there's a manual grid set, which JPH99 is doing right now. So that will give us our grid. I've sent JPH the quali results, so hopefully that was correct. Well, I got it off GT Sports screen, so if it's wrong, it's their fault. Yeah. I'll mention it now because this is about the only time I'll get to do that. Once this is done and dusted, I'm leaping straight over to Dark Smoker GT Sport on YouTube. Jump in there from about 1:45. We're gonna be streaming the final of the Battle of the Groups. Normally, I wouldn't hype it up that much, but please get there early because we're doing a memorial for Stewie. Stewie Mack tragically lost his fight the other day. So we're doing a little bit of a thing. Anyway, yeah, a little bit of a thing. So yeah, join in. Okay, round 9, Interlagos. Record number of drivers tonight. I think we've got 13. Yeah, 13 including Waste. So let's see what happens in this one then. Hill Climb Race is going to get us away. Let's see if everyone gets away cleanly. 20 minutes lies ahead, round number 9, and away we go. Whoever was in P4 got away slowly. That was P-Gib. Bobby got a good launch ahead of him then. Hill Climb Racer goes into T1 ahead of everyone else. Bit of an argy-bargy at the background there. I think I did see a little bit of door contact, especially involving Jano. Swargy's managed to sleep through. P-Gibbs had an awful start. Jackie Donuts is challenging around the outside. JPH is trying to get a little bit in on that action as well. Everyone seems to be behaving themselves. I did see a car just nip off there at turn 4. That was Hirakram actually. Hirakram, who's also going to be involved in that race a little bit later on tonight. So Hill Climb Race then leads the way, 1.2 seconds ahead of everyone else. Frederick GP2. Bobby up to P3 for Bobby. He's had a great start. He's battling away with Frederick. A little bit of a door tap there. It's going to let Swargy into the party, and Jano also is going to join in as well. JPH P7 for JPH. Hirakram up to P8 already. He started pretty much stone dead last. Waste, so did he as well. Bruce Lee Harding P10 just fighting with Jack Eats Donuts at the minute. Jack Eats Donuts just about having enough room at the apex there. Ruddo 24 trying to get involved in the action as well. Mick Edwards unfortunately down in P13 for Mick at the minute. Ruddo's picked up a little bit of a penalty from somewhere. So Bobby then is going to have to try and stick it to Hill Climb Racer. A little bit of a penalty for Frederick G. Swargy getting on the back of that. Let's have a look. Where's Hirakram involved in all this? And so Hirakram has just got ahead. No, he hasn't. That's Hirakram there behind JPH. So the championship leader, P8 at the minute for Hirakram. As we see JPH and P-Gib having a little bit of a battle. Does JPH stick it down the inside? Of course he does. Plenty of room given though by P-Gib, who tries to hang it around the outside, the number 92. Hirakram then is going to latch onto the back of the steel seal car and get himself past JPH and then go for a launch. I think he's going to go for a launch on P-Gib. As we just missed that, I'm afraid. We'll jump on board with Hirakram and have a quick look at how he did that. So I've got a nose inside. Lovely move, nice and easily done. JPH is hemorrhaging places. Oh, there's a bit of an accident further back. Who was that? Who was involved in that? That was P. Gibb, I want to say. Right, let's have a look at this from P. Gibb's perspective, because this was... Alright, so this is P. Gibb and Hiracom, so Hiracom goes through. And then I want to say it's Wace in the tank tools. Yeah, Wace just gives him a little bit of a tap, purely accidental there, but that puts P. Gibb way out of contention. Which is definitely unfortunate. So Hill Climb Racer then, P1, but Bobby is closing him in. Bobby's actually going quicker than P1 at the minute in the works car. Swargy P3 at the minute, but getting pressure from Frederick G and P4. Jano's not far off this battle either. Hiracom is closing these guys down. He's in P6 now, setting purple sectors. What I mean by that is fastest of everyone on track. JPH P7, Ruddo up to P8, but he's got a little bit of a penalty to carry. Bruce Lee Harding up to P9. We've got Wace in P10, Jack Eats Donuts P11, P. Gibb in 12. P. Gibb's having an absolute shocker. Mick Edwards in P13 at the minute, but he probably will get past P. Gibb here. Yep, he does. So back to Hill Climb Races, pulled a little bit of a gap on Bobby. I think the question is now just how fast can Hiracom negotiate these next guys, because the guys that he's coming up against now are, let's just say they're a lot quicker than the guys he's been battling through for the first 5 minutes of the race. So we've tended to find that Hiracom's not struggled, but it's took him longer to get through them. The race at Suzuka, Hiracom spent the entirety of it fighting with, I think he spent like 2 or 3 laps fighting with JPH, for example, who's having an absolute storm at that time round. So as we watch Ruddo and JPH fighting away for P7, Ruddo's got the inside line. He will get the position into the Sanarasas with a 33.4 that lap for Ruddo, so a good lap for him. Hiracom that last time round set a 32.9 though, so showing his pace. Hill Climb Racer 1.9 seconds ahead of Bobby. It's all about Swargy and Frederick G for this P3 position though. These two battling it out for the podium spot. What the problem they've got now though is the Hiracom and Jano are just behind them, so they don't want to scrap too long, because they'll just give this man more of an opportunity, and you don't want to give this guy a sniff, I'm afraid, because he will take it. So just run on board with Hiracom then. Just behind the current fight for P3, and you can see the squabbling that these guys are doing. He's just letting Hiracom into the party. So this is letting Hiracom basically just reel these guys in, letting Bobby escape as well. Bobby's starting to lose a little bit of ground to Hill Climb Racer. He lost half a second that time around. But he did pull the same sort of gap over P3 and P4. Let's see if Hiracom goes for a move down the inside to the Sanarasas on Frederick. I think it might be a little bit too far away. Yeah, he has to back out. Alright, Dark Smoky, get yourself in a party chat, mate, and I'll jump in with you as soon as I'm done here, mate, in about 15 minutes max. Yeah, I'll be with you ASAP, buff. Oh, there's yet more controversy. Let's have a look what happened there. Anyone interested in football? England have just scored against Wales. One board with Hiracom, just because they'll get a really good view of Swargy and Frederick's little battle here. That's Swargy on the outside. Oh, I think he just touched the wheel on the apex then. He kept it though. He kept it really well. But yeah, that's Swargy down to P6 now, down behind Jaino. So that little off has cost him. Bobby's losing time though to Hill Climb Racer. Is down 3 seconds now. Frederick G is the barrier at the minute. standing between Heracram and a podium finish. Heracram will start piling on the pressure. Jano, P5 for him. He's having a good race, Jano, so far. He's got a little bit of a penalty to get rid of, but I'm sure we'll shuffle that off somewhere. P7 for Woodrow. Again, another driver that started near the back. He's had a bit of a tougher time getting through the field. He will have just got past JPH. Another one that started near the back was Bruce Lee Harding. Seems to be struggling at Interlagos, Bruce Lee Harding. 9 seconds off the leader. And then we've got Weiss down in P10, Jackie's Donuts in P11 with P. Gibb in the 12th position, and Mick Edwards in 13th at the minute. So we'll jump back up to the top. Just keep an eye on what's going on. So Hill Climb Race at P1 at the minute, 3.5 seconds ahead of everybody else. Bobby carrying a small penalty, he's in P2. Frederick G, 1.2 seconds behind Bobby. If anything, he's actually reeled him in the last lap, but he's gonna have a Heracram all over him this next lap or so. And it's whether Frederick can withstand the storm for 11 minutes. We saw last week an absolutely stunning fight for this. What was it, between Burnfly, Ruddo and Heracram? Absolutely superb fight that was. If you're watching this right after this, when you've got a bit of time, go back and watch it. It was superb. So Heracram's gonna have to do this the hard way on Frederick G. Frederick's got to make him work for it round the outside of the centre S's. He's going to have the overspeed. Frederick's got the racing line. Heracram's going to try and go down the inside. He does. Great racing between these two. Frederick gives him just enough space. But he's got to settle for P4. Lovely move by Heracram there to get that P3 spot. Let's just jump on board and have a look at how he did that. So we're not right alongside here. So just enough room given between the two. Lovely respectful racing. Above this 360 cam. And then there we go. Job done. So Heracram then up to P3. He's got Bobby to chase down. Now Bobby is losing time, hand over fist to Hill Climb Racer, who is storming away in the lead then. I guess the story that's going to evolve out of this is can Hill Climb Racer be caught by Heracram if he gets past Bobby? Bobby's a very capable racer, someone that can defend valiantly, albeit sometimes a little bit dirty, Bathurst. But he can put up a fight, and Heracram's going to have his work cut out getting past Bobby, unless Bobby very compliantly gets out of the way. I don't see him doing that though, to be brutally honest. We'll keep an eye on that. See how we get on. So what's the gap? 8 to 10 at the minute. Bobby's issue is he's not got a slipstream from a car in front, so Heracram can just use him as a slipstream boost and get him into T1 next lap. That's probably going to be Heracram's plan, is use the slipstream advantage to his effect. Well, he's got it. Big penalty box that Bobby's accrued there is getting in the way. Cheers for that, Bob. Because the drivers don't have to get rid of the penalties within a certain time, as long as they just get rid of them at some point, they'll be absolutely fine. Heracram's going to have a look up the inside. Bobby actually didn't fight that too hard, to be honest. Bobby put up no defence to that at all. I think he's happy to settle for what may turn out to be a P3 here and just try and fend off Frederick rather than a Heracram for the next 8 minutes. Probably a wise move, although I wasn't expecting him to roll over quite that easily. Good battle evolving behind between Jano, Swoggy and Ruddo. Ruddo loves getting involved in some fights in the number 24 Masterbolt car. He's P7 at the minute, and he's got his eyes on P5 at the very least, which is currently held by Jano in the Adrian Flux number 13 car. These guys are dropping behind Frederick G ever so slightly. As we see now Hiracram 4.5 seconds behind Hill Climb Racer, 7 minutes to go. So Hiracram at the very least is going to have to take about half a second off the car ahead every single lap to even be in with a chance of getting, in fact it's not every lap, it's going to be about a second a lap, innit, there or thereabouts. Yeah, it is. Got about another 4 or so laps left, so yeah, it's going to need to do about a second a lap minimum. Tall order. Hill Climb Race has done everything he needs to do in the opening stint of the race, the number 11 car, and all he's got to do at the minute is keep it on track and try and maintain the fastest pace as possible then for the next couple of laps. Hiracram is already taking time out of him. The worst thing Hill Climb can do at the minute is keep an eye on that gap. It's the worst thing he can do, because once you've noticed it's coming down, mentally that may affect you. So Bobby's got a Frederick G problem. Swargig's got a Ruddo problem. Jaino's fallen from grace somewhere. What's happened to Jaino? He's all the way down in P7. That happened earlier on in the lap than I caught, so sorry about that. I didn't catch what happened, but Jaino probably won't be too disappointed at that. We've got JPH in P8. He's got a Bruce Lee Harding issue at the minute, but Bruce Lee Harding has been following him around for a little bit. And I'll be honest, Bruce just seems to be writing this one off, I think. Wace is P10 at the minute. I think he's just trying to find out who can collect the most penalties. 2.8 seconds for Wace at the minute. With Jack Eats Donuts in P11. Jack Eats Donuts actually looks like he might get a move on Wace at this minute in time. Up through the NRS. Jack Eats Donuts gets that move made in the 64 Ramsey car. Lovely overtake there. Can he hold on to that P10 position? P-Gib. I'll give P-Gib some credit here. This race hasn't gone his way. A lot of people would have rage quit. P-Gib's just stuck at it. Credit to you, mate. I'll be honest. Credit to you. Right, so bad news for Hiracram. He's not gaining on Hill Climb Racer as fast as he really should. 4.3 seconds. In fact, he's not gaining at all. Yeah, he's not gaining at all. So Hill Climb Racer then, if anything, he's going quicker than Hiracram at the minute. Bobby, oh, something's happened to Bobby. Frederick G got Bobby at some point, and Frederick's now up into P3. Bobby's got 4 and a bit minutes to do something about that. Swargy's in P5 looking ever as the opportunist. Ruddo in P6. He's got Jaino in P7, not too far behind. There is a little bit of a gap down to the P8 battle. You see these 5 cars all relatively close together. Hill Climb Race then, 4 seconds is the gap between Hill Climb and Hiracram. Can Hiracram do anything about this car? He's got, what, 4 minutes? It's 3 laps. Who knows, who knows, who knows. Hiracram though is going purple, so fastest of everybody. Bobby, P3 for Bobby. Oh, you can see Frederick G getting a little bit wrong behind. That's going to let Ruddo up, so a good opportunity for that for Ruddo. Frederick's going to keep it up the insides. Again, nice respectful racing between these two guys. Frederick does just shut the door on him. That's going to give Swargy the opportunity to get up into P5. Swargy says thank you very much, I'll have that. And Ruddo went from having a potential P4 back down to P6. So some really good racing there between these guys. Clean, respectful, didn't notice any issues at all in any of that. And that's given Jaino the opportunity to really close up on this battle now. You can see he's got visibility of all 4 cars in front of him. Any of those cars have an issue, he's got that position. So this is all led then. This is all led by Bobby, who's pulling a little bit of a gap, it must be said, to Frederick G. Bobby holding that P3 spot firmly at the minute. Hiracram, status report. He's took 2 temps out of him like that. I think pushes him high. Hiracram, I think Hill Climb got this job done first stage really. I did say he was one to watch. Here we come. Undoubtedly is, you know, setting the fastest lap and all that, but yeah, he's struggled, I think, in the second phase of the race. It took him probably just a little bit longer than he wanted to get through that traffic. Bobby's managing to pull away from these guys up ahead. It's all swapping around. Ruddo's back up to P5. Let's see what happened there for Ruddo actually. So this looks like just a standard overtake at... Oh, actually, no, what's happening here? I'm going to guess one of them overcooks it a little bit. Swoggy again, he's done that a few times there. He's overcooked it a few times at that corner. And look at how close they all are again. Ruddo up to P4. Oh, he came in like a wrecking ball there, Frederick G. What happened there? That's definitely going to be worth a look. Oh, he got... Yeah, Frederick got... I think Frederick... This is payback, I think. It's all getting a little bit bumpy, lads. If you wouldn't mind just calming it down, that'd be great. Yeah. So Ruddo P5, Swoggy P6. Commentator's curse. I just said you lot were being really clean. Can you try and keep it that way, please? Cheers, lads. Thank you. Jano was looking for a move on Swoggy. Swoggy's going to make him work for it then. As we saw a little bit of battling behind between JPH and Bruce Lee Harding. These two have been having a good little battle. We've not really covered too much of it. But the PMR car and the Dread car pretty much been together the entire race. We're on the last lap now, by the way, so probably worth covering that. In terms of the win, Hill Climb Racer's got it sewn up as long as he doesn't fall off the track. Oh, nice racing side by side through turn 4 there between JPH. There are little battles kicking off all over circuit now, so we've got to try and give everyone the respect they deserve. Lovely move by Bruce Lee Harding, plenty of respect given between these two. Right, let's jump up. Hill Climb Racer 3 seconds is the lead against Hero Cram. Bobby leads the fight for P3. These guys are spread out enough now that I don't have to worry about them too much. JPH and Bruce Lee Harding still side by side. These two will not let that fight kick off. Meanwhile, the leader has emerged from the final corner. And he's going to take the win here. I think there's only been 3 winners in this championship so far. He's about to be the 3rd. So Hill Climb Racer takes the win at Interlagos. Hirocram tries he might, couldn't do anything about it. P2 for Hirocram, he won't be too disappointed with that. Bobby then, in his rare appearances, finishes P3. Ruddo P4, Swoggy P5, Jano P6, Frederick G P7, JPH P8, just about winning the battle between him and Bruce Lee Harding. Jackie Eats Donuts, P10 for Jackie Eats Donuts at the minute. Good result actually for Jackie Eats Donuts. It was a good race from P Gibb in 11th place, Weiss in P12 with all his penalties, Mick Edwards in P13. Right then, so I'm not going to hang around. I'm afraid I'm not going to hang around with this one. I've got another race I need to jump over to. This one did finish a little bit late for me, I'm afraid. So I was expecting to be done and gone 5 or so minutes ago, but it's all right. We can survive. I encourage you to jump over to Dark Smoker GT Sport on YouTube in the next 5-10 minutes. I'll be live in the commentary booth with Dark Smoker. Please come and join us. Yeah, it's going to be an emotional one. We'll see you over there. Thanks for joining me and the NxtGen lads for this PMR Megane Trophy lobby. We'll be live next week for the final, so join us next Thursday from 8 o'clock for that. And I'll catch you on the other stream. Thanks for jumping in. See you later. Bye bye.